Hey there! It seems there are so many real estate courses out there, and everyone is suddenly an expert in real estate and teaching realtors how to make money, how to generate business. But with all these kind of trainers out there, do you really, should you really believe them? Should you really, do you really need their courses? Should you really pick up their offer? Hi, my name is Yasser Khan and I'm a no BS coach, and today I'm going to be talking about what all these courses, all these coaching programs don't teach you. So all those years ago in 2008, 2009, when I was a realtor, all those years ago, I struggled a lot, and my struggles had a lot to do with not knowing what to do, not knowing which were the right things I had to get done and which were the things that I absolutely needed to avoid. So I ran in circles, I wasted precious time, and it took me at least one whole year of struggles before I could start making money as a realtor. And that was the reason that got me into coaching real estate agents. And one of my first customers ever was my former manager, who recruited me as a realtor. When she came back to me for help, that is when I realized that seriously, there are a lot of realtors out there who really need help. And but the thing is that there are so many courses out there, there are so many training coaching programs. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but the thing that you need to be aware of is, do you really need all those coaching and all that training and all those courses? I've personally met a lot of realtors, and they have told me they went for this Facebook course, they went for this Google Ads course, or they went for whatever social media course, and yet they did not make a single cent from that particular course. So obviously a few things must be missing. I'm not sure what they're teaching those realtors, but I'm very sure they're not doing something right, and that has to do with coaching and the right way, the mentoring, the right kind of coaching, the right kind of support. So the main thing, the biggest issue with all the coach training and all the courses out there, okay, I'm gonna start talking about the basic. Your license, when you get your license, right, is considered a course as well, and that's the very first course many new realtors take. And when you take that course, right, you are taught how to do financial calculations, you're taught how to get a mortgage and help clients, how to do, basically it has to do with everything that's related to do with real estate, except how to find those clients, right? So what's the point of having a real estate license when you don't even know how to, in the first place, how to get the clients to come to you so that you can start selling them houses, you can start helping them? I mean, seriously, that is the number one problem of today's education system. We don't know how to attract customers. We are not taught how to get new business, how to get new leads coming in, right? So that is the biggest, that was the biggest, traditionally in the past, that was the biggest issue. But now, with the advent of social media, with all these applications out there and so many courses, all these are so easy to produce. Anybody can shoot a video and then create a course and start selling courses online, right? But here's the thing, right? The biggest thing, the biggest qualifier that you should always look for is whether or not the person promoting the course has actually sold actual homes. Seriously, right? You as a realtor, you need to learn best way to sell houses, not from those people who have never sold a single house in their entire life. right? So all these youngsters out there, they just watch videos online, they watch some training by American gurus, they watch some, videos here and there, motivation videos, and suddenly they are an expert in motivation, suddenly they are an expert in business. They've never ever run a single business in their entire life, and they are basically testing it with you. I mean, shouldn't you be a bit more careful with your money which you took so hard to earn? So obviously all these people, they have their own agenda, they have their own, goal, and I'm sure that agenda does not align with your agenda, which is basically you want to grow your business, you want to save money, you want to reinvest your money back into your business so your business grows and gives you more and more money, right? And you got into real estate precisely to have a life, right? And to have a lot of income, a lot of money coming in, so that you're able to spend quality time with your family, right? And watch your kids grow if that is what you want, right? So that's the reason why you join real estate, right? So you got to learn from somebody who actually understands real estate, who actually sold homes, who actually had some real life experience, not just theory, who spoke to customers, who got rejected by many customers, right? So basically he has to be at least a few steps ahead of you, right? And the thing is also about entrepreneurship. It's not easy. Real estate is not easy. Anybody who tells you that real estate is easy is bullshitting. Seriously, all right. Real estate is definitely not easy. And entrepreneurship, as a career, entrepreneurs are all alone, and none of them get support from anybody around them. So that's the thing that you need to know, that the coach that you're going to, that the course that you are learning actually delivers on all these basic stuff, and these are simple basic stuff. And many of the courses out there don't teach you how to run a business, they don't teach you how to be a better entrepreneur, and all these are very, very big red flags. And I myself, I sure wouldn't be approaching all these courses, I wouldn't be buying all these courses at all. So you have to be very, very careful who you listen to, whose advice you listen to. So advice is, you should be listening to advice that is relevant, and relevant advice is always based on experience. And in my personal views, right, there are two things that you should be focusing on, that those kind of courses, that the one which are really, really good, should be focusing only on two things. Number one, the thing that you absolutely must do, you die, you have to do all those things, because if you don't do, then you won't achieve the success that you want, right? And the second thing is the mistakes that you must avoid at all costs. If if you don't avoid those mistakes, then definitely it will make your life harder, you will suffer, your business will suffer, right? So the correct kind of course must be taught by somebody who actually sold homes, who knows what is it, at least 5-10 years in the real estate industry, who knows what is it that realtors face, what are the issues that realtors face. Realtors is not just an issue of Facebook, it's not just an issue of Google or advertising, it's not just an issue of customer service, it's much more than that, right? So you also have to realize that you also have to work smarter rather than work harder, right? So obviously all these factors come into play, and that's the best kind of course. And obviously the last thing that every amazing course must have definitely is coaching, right? Accountability. What happens after you finish the course? For most people, nothing. For most agents, nothing happens, right? And that's the bad thing. You did not get back the money that you already invested. Even though in Singapore we have so many courses out there by WPS and all that, but I don't think that's a good thing, because number one, when okay, I've taken courses myself, and by taking courses, that was the biggest, it had the biggest impact in my life, and I learned a lot of things, and I apply, and that's the reason why I became successful. All right, I listened to the advice of a great mentor, All right. So here's the thing: when you don't invest your own money, you don't invest your own effort into any course, no matter how good, no matter how bad, you will not benefit. Seriously, you will not benefit. You got to have skin in the game. So when you have skin in the game, definitely, you're committed. When you're committed, you have no other choice except to follow it through, except to really listen to what the course is teaching you. So the best way is to actually get a mentor, and a mentor will actually show you, right? He will be personally invested in your success, all right? And obviously, there is a monetary reward for the mentor, all right? Otherwise it's not worth it for him. You have to understand that just like you have a real estate business, mentors have their own businesses to look after, right? So definitely, but the value you get has to be worth it, right? And I mean, the best mentors out there, usually they don't come cheap, and usually when you get a coaching from them, your results are essentially guaranteed, because they already gone through all the things that you're going through. So this is the most important thing. You got to have accountability and coaching after the course ends. So I hope that I have covered a lot of value. I've covered a lot of topics today, and just I'll be putting up more videos like this. So just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye bye.